How are y'all?
Hi.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. My name's Jeremy Goldsberry. I'm the enablement manager here at RepeatMD. We're joined by Chris
The
Belby,
what?
enablement manager.
Oh.
Do you know what that is?
No.
If you're trying to kick a bad habit, I'm gonna give you the thing that you want. I'm an enabler.
Okay, cool.
No, I just like to train people apparently. All right, guys. Well, today we have the How to Sell More with RepeatMD featuring Chris Balby from Misha Aesthetics. We're going to be covering the practical, simple tips of steps of how Chris created so much success within his app. Right. So let's go ahead and introduce you guys to Chris now. So there we go. Awesome. And let me actually share my screen with y'all before we get started. That'll probably be a good start, right, Chris?
I'd love to see some content.
All right. There we go, guys. Awesome. So introducing Chris today. Chris is the co-owner and director of operations of Misha Aesthetics. Chris has brought incredible growth to Misha Aesthetics through his obsession with marketing and branding. He's just an absolute visionary when it comes to marketing and utilizing pop culture to drive his brand. So he's going to be sharing with you guys his vision, moving forward with marketing, branding. We're going to have some fun while doing it today, guys. Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to share this with our clients today. Tell us about yourself.
Okay, so I have been doing this for 15 years now. I got my start in the automotive industry way back when. I jumped into college level fun stuff for 2 years. And then I've been doing aesthetics for 15 years. I have been with the same company since I started. We have 27,000 followers on Instagram, an email list of 20,000. And that's really helped grow our Misha Plus, which is what I call my RepeatMD platform. So you're going to hear more about that. I have a lot of tidbits to share with you. I talk very fast. It's the old theater major in me. I'm currently in one of my offices. I promise we will not be interrupted. I might break that promise. We are a working med spa, but that just makes it real. I am not paid by RepeatMD specifically to tell you guys how amazing it is. I truly do love the product, and I did use it to get those 130,000 in sales in like 48 hours ish. And even more exciting, if you guys tuned in to our Barbie webinar, this is a little bit different because I am doing it again. I'm going to try and sell 100 memberships in 5 days. Wish me luck. I'm going to tell you guys what I plan on doing to make that happen. Cue the slides.
All right, Chris, thanks. Now, for a little housekeeping before we get started today, so let's just check out what we can do here in this little, gold cast session. So this is how you're going to be interacting with us. You can live chat and connect with others on the webinar just by using that chat feature on the right. Make this a fun community experience. You can also message us directly on here using the one-on-one message feature. We're also going to be featuring a few polls throughout today's session. So please respond with your feedback. So that way we can just truly tailor this whole session around you, the audience, right? Also, you can download our shared content directly from here and just hold on to it, right? And then finally, we have a red Q&A button here on the right. Feel free to enter your questions in the Q&A section as we go through this, because as they come to your mind, just enter them in there, because Chris and I, we're gonna be taking some time today at the end to answer your questions. So feel free to send them our way. Now, for today's agenda, here's what we're gonna be covering today. First, we're gonna cover how Chris and his team drives those signups for their app. As of today, he has over 7,000 patients signed up on this app, which is a massive.
7,500.
Oh, 7,500. Excuse me. Yeah, he's cruising through the signups. Now, signups are so important, guys. Whether you guys are just now launching your app or you've been launched, you want to drive more signups, because the patients that signed up for your app, well, the more patients you have, the easier it's going to be to drive those sales and promotions. The larger your database is, the greater latitude you have with your promotions for them to have success, right? So next, we're going to cover the the 4 keys to avoiding the welcome offer trap, right? We don't want your patients just to sign up, use their welcome offer, and then never come back, right? There's no value in that. So let's teach you guys how to leverage the welcome offer to keep your patients engaged and returning. Then after that, we're going to show you how to truly use your app as a bona fide sales tool, how to boost your revenues with the promotions through your RepeatMD app. And then finally, we'll end today's session with a Q&A with Chris and myself. Now, folks, there's one thing I do want you guys to be mindful of as we go through this today. At the end of this call, I do not want you guys to feel like, hey, you have to immediately hop off of here, go and execute on every single thing that we spoke about today. Like that's just not realistic, right? If you're like my buddy Chris here, then all of this is going to be like your jam. You love marketing. This is going to be your step-by-step playbook. But if you're anything like me, you feel like, hey, I'm already pretty busy, right? And you're wishing that there's someone out there that can do all of this for you. Well, in a little analogy here, some people love, driving a car with a manual transmission. They're purists. They're obsessed with every detail of the driving experience. They love feeling the gears, how it works in the car, right? Chris is a purist when it comes to marketing, right? Some people, if you're like me, you just go for the automatic transmission because you just want to step on the gas and go, right? So what I'm trying to say is that I know many of you folks have like a lot going on, and you may not have time to do all of the marketing, all of the promotions by yourself. If that's you, don't worry. That's why we have our monthly, promotion program for you guys to help ease the burden. What I picture for success for y'all today is that I want each one of you to take home maybe just one, maybe two things, right, that you can start taking action on right away, because you don't have to do it all yourself. And it's unreasonable just to expect that of yourself as well. So take one or two things here today and implement them fully, right? Do them right. As they say, 20% of the things that we do give us 80% of the results, right? So please keep that in mind, because take one or two of these things, implement them over the next 2 to 3 months, come back and see us again for another training session, learn more takeaways, and continue to grow. Chris and I will be doing these training sessions with y'all twice per month for the next 12 months. So there's plenty of opportunities to continue leveling up step by step by step. So let's get started. Now, I'd like for us to start today with a quick poll amongst you all, right? So let me get that poll going here. There we go. Can you all see this? Looking good? Any feedback in here? Can you all see the poll?
Oh, the poll is running.
It's running. There we go. Awesome. So please, guys, go ahead and answer the questions here. Are you a current client of RepeatMD? Let us know in the poll so we can tailor this training session around our audience. And also, if you're joining us today and you're not a RepeatMD client yet, please select that last option on there. I am interested in using RepeatMD at my practice. We'll give you a few seconds to get those answers in.
You have until the end of me singing Let It Go in my head. Go. They don't pay me enough to sing it out loud.
Yeah, that's extra.
I got one of the new pumpkin spice lattes today at Starbucks because I was feeling my fall oats.
They're ready. They're live right now. I can go get one.
They went out September 12th, or no, September 2nd.
I'm way behind, guys. I'm a big pumpkin spice latte guy, so I know where I'm going after this.
Speaking of bandwagoning and newsjacking, I know we're going to end the poll in a second. Do you know what else they came out with? Pumpkin spice Frosties at Wendy's, and I'm super excited about it.
Get out of here. Okay, this is maybe going too far, but it is pretty awesome. Love pumpkin spice. But okay, guys, we're going to end the poll here. Let's see. There we go. Oh, sorry. I keep opening and closing it, guys. Getting click happy. So it looks like most of you guys are a current client of RepeatMD. That is great. So let's go ahead and dive in. So
let's do it.
So since most of you guys have already gotten started with us, you guys are current clients, you've already launched, what we want to capture first, or what we want to go over, is recapturing ongoing sign-up momentum, right? You've launched, but you want to keep on getting those sign-ups. So Chris, take it from here. I promise I won't.
So excited.
I'll stop talking. You go ahead.
I love this part. Okay, so I think the biggest question I get from current RepeatMD clients is, I'm paying RepeatMD this money per month. I have the app. Why aren't my clients using it every day or every time they're in my office? And a lot of that falls back into your front desk staff, and a lot of that falls into your providers, and a lot of that falls into your day-to-day social media. Now, like Jeremy mentioned earlier, I'm going to throw a lot of stuff at you over the next 30 minutes. Don't feel like you need to implement all of this today, but if you can implement anything, and please don't leave this webinar now that I'm giving you the one fact that I'm going to say you should take out with you, is your front desk should be saying something like, hey, welcome to Genevieve Med Spa. Are there any memberships or packages I should be aware of? That one sentence will change your practice's use of RepeatMD. I'm going to say it again a little slower. Are you ready? Hey, welcome to Genevieve Med Spa. Are there any packages or memberships I should be aware of? Your client, 9 times out of 10, if you're just getting started, will say, no, but wait, you guys have memberships or packages? And that opens the door to mention RepeatMD or your membership app. So that's something you really want to get in the habit of, and training your staff to ask those questions when people walk in. And then also, you guys want to use and leverage your social media to not only educate your patients on the RepeatMD app, but also the services you're offering. So literally, when you are making a post on social media about microneedling, in the back of your head, you know, I have a package of microneedling. So hold on, let me rephrase my social media post today. Hey, microneedling is great on its own, but 3 treatments of microneedling is better, and you can save 10% by snagging a package on our app, Misha Plus. It's kind of how I say it. And last but not least, y'all, you need to be consistent and intentional. As someone who has fallen off the weight loss wagon 150 times, I can tell you that going to the gym 3 times and stopping does not leave me with abs. Talking about RepeatMD 3 times and stopping will not give you a successful RepeatMD experience, right? So if you try these things for a week and you don't see change and you give up because you didn't see change, you're only doing yourself a disservice. Next slide. Oh, we're jumping right in. We're jumping into the 4 keys to avoiding the welcome offer trap. So we're talking about getting people to sign up for your app, right? And the most important part is getting them into your ecosystem, your atmosphere, your web space, whatever you want to call it. I call it into my community. I think that's a sexy term. So, hey, join Misha Plus, join our community. People then feel like they're a part of something, right? The problem is everyone RepeatMD trains uses the same welcome offer. It's typically like $25 off when you sign up, $50 off when you sign up. But then nobody pushes through with keeping people in your community engaged. So let's chat real quick on how to get them past that welcome offer and using your app more frequently. You know, Jeremy, I think we should work on a bell or like a little xylophone that like can make it like a little turn the page now. Also, exactly. Love that Kaylin has been using the stuff that I talked about in the last webinar and that it seriously works. If someone can screenshot that, print it on a t-shirt and send it to me, that'd be great. Okay, so here's how we're going to avoid that welcome offer trap. And what I do in my office is create app exclusives that include a savings component. So we're about to, if you guys don't follow me on my Instagram, it's at Botox by Misha. I'll put it in the chat now, and you should go look at my reel that I posted today. I'm literally jokingly slamming other med spas who do like 1-day promos or 1-week promos and saying, y'all, what if you're not due for Botox this week? Like, are you missing out on this promo? You might be, but if you're on the Misha Plus app or whatever you're calling your RepeatMD app, you never have to worry about timing your Botox with a specific promo because they're always available in the app when you're ready for them. So someone took the welcome offer, they jumped into your app, and now they can only get exclusive offers by staying engaged with the app. So I'm going to repeat that because it's super important. Make sure you guys emphasize and highlight the fact that you're not doing 1-week only promos anymore. You're really allowing people to take advantage of promos whenever they're ready for it by using the app. Again, if I get my Botox quarterly, and I get it January, April, August, and December, but a med spa is running a promo in March, I feel like I'm left out because I'm not due yet. But by using the RepeatMD app, I can take advantage of a promo whenever I'm ready by jumping into the app. So that's one. The second way that we're going to talk about doing and avoiding the welcome offer trap is referencing this app throughout your visits. So I have 3 videos here, and this is actually my office. You guys can notice the wall color behind me is the same in the videos. This is how I use it at my front desk with my providers and at checkout. Cue the first video.
Hey, welcome to Misha Aesthetics. Let me get you checked in. Do you have any packages or memberships that we should be aware of?
Wait, packages and memberships?
You must not be signed up for Misha Plus. Scan this QR code to get started.
So that's the first way that we touch point is that every visit, right? So they use that welcome offer. Now they're all signed up for it, right? Now at their second visit, they might not have opened the app since, but because our front desk has brought it up to them, they're all about it. They're like, wait, there are packages and memberships? Let me check that out. And then once the patient gets into the room, we have another touch point. Go ahead.
So I see you have a couple treatments coming up. They would all be covered under the Rose Gold membership if you would like to sign up.
So this is about your providers looking ahead and reading the EMR notes to say, okay, hold on. Jenny from the block has a microneedling today. She has another one scheduled for next month, but she doesn't have her third scheduled. What could I do to get her back for that third? I'm going to bring up memberships. This is the perfect opportunity to say, hey, y'all, I see you've got one scheduled. I see you've got two scheduled. Let's get that third scheduled. Grab your membership today and save along the way. And then at checkout.
So I see that this is your first microneedling and you still have 2 to go. Why don't you think about signing up for the Misha Plus app and getting a package?
So now memberships are one thing, packages are another, right? So my staff members who are providers are much better suited to sell a membership. They know what their journeys are. Whereas my checkout team is much better suited to mention packages because they can visually see, okay, you've had one microneedling. I know microneedlings are best in a set of 3. Let me just mention these packages, see if you're an opportunity or candidate for it. So those are the 3 ways that we use in our office, check in as a provider and check out, to really drive home that you should be visiting the app as often as possible to see what puzzle piece fits with your plan. Okay, number 3. You want to talk about your app all the time. So like I integrate it into my social media once a month for 5 days straight. So I mentioned follow me on social media now because we're doing it as we talk about our membership push for next week. I spend 5 days a month, but I don't just talk about the app. For example, on day 1 here, talked about a Misha member only giveaway. The only way to win this giveaway was to be a member of our ecosystem, our community. On another day, I talked about the rewards. Doesn't the result of dermaplaning look great? Wouldn't you like a $25 dermaplane? You can get that by getting 3 check-ins that gives you that reward. Day 3, we talked about how our whole staff uses the app. Day 4, we asked questions. Do you have questions about the app? And then day 5, I talked about microneedling, but said, hey, microneedling is best in a set of 3. So you've done the welcome offer, but then you spent 5 days on social media re-administrating why people should be visiting your app more frequently. And last but not least, I think this is probably the most underutilized feature of the RepeatMD platform, and this is your retention offer. So if you guys aren't already working with your RepeatMD rep to set up retention offers, you should take a note. Let's do this. And what you should do is find a service that's affordable or easy to give away and attach it to a service that makes sense for everybody. For example, ours is a free Oxy Trio facial with the purchase of a dermaplane. If you guys are in the med spa web space, you know an Oxy facial costs $1.50, maybe $2. A dermaplane is $100. So people have to give me $100, but then they get what they feel is a high value facial on top of it. Cost me next to nothing, but I still made the money on that dermaplane. And I have these set to go off every 90 days. So if you don't check in for 90 days, you're getting an automatic text message from me that's like, hey, you didn't check in. You should come get a dermaplane. I'll give you a free Oxy facial. Somebody might ask, well, wait, aren't people just going to stop checking in so they know they get that offer? I mean, honestly, if it takes somebody getting a free $1.50 facial to come spend $100, I'll take that patient. That is a kind of patient that I don't love, but it's still a patient, and a patient is a patient no matter what. So you have to push yourself to set goals, and that's what I'm doing this week. I did really well selling packages. That was my last big webinar push, right? I will be transparent with you guys. I only have 92 members right now. I have 7,000 people signed up for the app, but only 92 repeat members, and I'd like to get to 200. So I set a goal. Next week, we're going to do this whole campaign. We're going to do the Fall Back in Love with Your Skin campaign. And here's how I'm going to get ready for that.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. So it's Fall in Love with Your Skin. And our offer includes, we're going to talk to the RepeatMD team. They're going to put $25 in Misha money into everyone's Misha Plush app. And we're going to push people to say, listen, you guys can use this money, but you can only use it for 7 days. And this works in office too, right? You can tell all of your clients, we're giving everyone $25 to spend in the office, but we're taking that $25 back by the end of next week. So once they know they only have 5 days to use it, they're going to push themselves to make a commitment. So it really is a snooze you lose kind of scarcity and urgency because they only have 5 days to really buy a membership. What I'm pushing them towards is these memberships. Now I'm also, can we go back one slide?
Yeah.
I also am putting in the ability and drive to keep their membership for all 4 months because it is a 4-month commitment. And I'm giving them another $50 in their account if they stick with it through January, which they all should, but they can only use that in the app. So now here's what I've done. I gave you $25 to buy a membership. After your membership, I'm going to give you $50 more. You can use that to continue your membership, which I'm hoping for, or you can buy a package with that $50. So I'm hoping that that drives traffic and keeps them in the app. I will be doing these webinars bi-monthly for the next year. So stick with me and I'll let you guys know how it goes next week. Okay, now we can go forward. So that was how we kind of did the snooze you lose, the creating scarcity and urgency, is we let them know that we're only going to let them have it. I kind of evolved this. I'm going to do more than 48 hours. I decided this morning. I'm going to give them 5 days. That 5 days gives them time to ask questions. It gives them time to make a decision. I don't ever want someone to feel bullied into something and then I have to refund them or cancel their membership. That's a pain in the butt. So I'm going to give them 5 days with this $25 to hopefully use in their app. So here's how I'm going to do it next week. I start on Monday. I have an omni-channel approach. So omni-channel means multi-channel, in case you don't know. I always work from least intrusive to most intrusive. So least intrusive is social media. What I'm going to do is make the announcement on social media between 7 and 9 a.m. So if you're awake and you're on social media, catch it, love it, see it. We're rolling with it. Then at 10 o'clock, I'm going to send a landing page newsletter out, which will land in your inbox around 10. This is something you have to actively check your inbox for. I'm still not bothering you. It's there if you want it. You can get the deeds. And finally, at 11 o'clock, when people are out and about functioning, I'm no longer bothering them in the mornings. I'm going to send them that text message from RepeatMD, which will link them directly to my landing page email, where I have a bunch more information that they can read into. So you could link them to your app. I'm personally finding that if I link them to a landing page that has a link to my app, I'm seeing a better ROI because I'm feeling that people need more information before they make a $1,000 purchase. So when you're thinking about making an advertisement moment, you need to think on these things, again, with this omni-channel approach. I suggest you work, again, least intrusive to most intrusive. I definitely want you to think like social media first. People can come engage when they want to engage. Then you want to jump into an email because some people will get a notification. And finally, that text message is the most intrusive. My biggest tip, though, with the text messaging is no more than 2 a month, if you ask my opinion. I've been told, nobody likes to get dozens of emails from their jean company or from American Eagle or Ulta or, Red Robin. Do you guys have Red Robin where y'all are? It's bottom of the steak fries. It's where it's at. So definitely you want to keep it social media, post once a day. Emails, once a week if you must. Text messaging, no more than twice a month. But that's what I'm planning on doing for next week. And I can't wait to report back when we sell those 100 memberships. So how I'm really going to push that is really obsessed with the patient signups first. And this is kind of like just a recap. So really going to obsess with the patient signups first. In my webinar with Phil, he made a really good example how, the Kardashians focus on building their audience before they make a sale, right? It's easier to sell to 1 million people. It's easier to sell 10 things to 1 million people than it is to sell 10 things to 100 people, right? So the bigger your audience, the more success that you can have in the long run. And so you really do have to obsess with the patient signups, which is why those welcome offers are so important. I'm going to a state fair, I think they're called, this weekend. And I'm bringing my Misha Plus banner. And I'm going to do one of those prize wheels. And the secret is everyone's a winner. Everyone wins $25 off their service. The catch is you have to scan my QR code and join my community. But that's where I'm obsessing with these patient signups. And if someone joins my community and ends up wanting to opt out, I still get their phone number and email. and they can opt out of text messages, but then I'll try an email, and then they have to opt out of my email as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So really being obsessed with these patient signups is the key to success, because the more patients you have in your community, the more likely you are to make a sale. So you can run promotions via RepeatMD. I'm leveraging the fall season. My full tagline, I'm doing, I don't know if you can go back 2 screens, I think it was. Or go forward 1, sorry. That coffee cup, the reason I have that, we're doing a wake up and fall in love with your skin. So it's this pumpkin spice latte, caffeine, wake up, fall in love, autumn. It's this combination of like pop culture moments, right? I say PSL and everyone on this chat knows pumpkin spice latte, right? So
Sure.
I'm leveraging that, and I'm using that as like a, hey, wake up, drink that caffeine, now fall in love with your skin. All right, go forward 2. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make you jump around. Back
You're
1.
good. Back
Maybe
1.
I will take control next time. Although I think it's kind of fun. Okay, next, we talked about scarcity and urgency to your offer. I split the bill here, right? I told you guys earlier, you can log into my RepeatMD app and always get my packages. There's no end to those, right? But I do occasionally up the ante and say you've got 5 days to take advantage of this offer. We are approaching the Q&A section, guys. So now's a really good time to throw those questions in the Q&A section, because I think I've got 2 more bullet points to get through. Omni-channel approach, remember, it's not just social media. It's not just email. It's not just text messaging. Times Magazine said in 2021, cite your sources, I went to college, that it takes 7 impressions to make a lasting impression. And then there's this whole thing called TOMA, top of mind awareness. There's a reason that you see a billboard for Nike and Nike does not have a website on it. And Nike does not have a word, buy Nike now. Because Nike's not trying to sell you shoes on every billboard. Nike is trying to get you to remember the swoosh, remember the just do it slogan, remember what Nike stands for. It's not a sales pitch every time. So when you're posting on social media, good, sweet Lord, if I follow you, any of you on social media, and every one of your posts is a sales post, I will climb into this webcam and I will shake you. No. Literally, we're just staying relevant, right? So you're going to post a picture about you. Oh my gosh, that's loud. You're going to post a picture of you with a coffee cup with the tagline, wake up, fall in love with your skin. That wasn't a sales pitch. That was reminding people that you drink PSLs as well. That's reminding people that you are also addicted to Starbucks. That's reminding people that you're human. And the next day, you're going to post a picture in a pile of leaves that says, if you want to feel as good as a 5-year-old playing in a pile of leaves, get a facial. I'm not selling anything. I didn't tell you what to buy. I just gave you a feeling, right? So if you take anything away, I told you what 2 things to take away today, what to have your front desk say. Hey, any packages and memberships I need to be aware of? And 2, stop using social media to sell stuff. Stop using social media to sell stuff. Use your emails to sell stuff. Use your text messages to guide traffic to sell stuff. Your social media is just about creating a community and letting people feel something. Okay, and then the last one, now that I'm on a tangent, I'm sorry, give them something to work towards. Okay, so the ever wonderful people at RepeatMD took everything that I do to make my promotion successful and they put them together in a cute, handy dandy PDF. So you can grab it on the Docs tab here on Gold. What is it? Goldcast? I almost called it Gold Belly, which is a food company. I haven't had lunch yet. That you can grab this on Goldcast Docs. So you can definitely grab that as well.
Perfect. Okay. By the way, Goldbelly is the best.
I literally can't say no. We're talking about aligning your promotions with seasonal themes. Here's what's coming in September. I'm doing the whole first day of fall thing because all next week is the climb to fall. National Coffee Day is coming up, so that's something to keep in mind. If you just Google National Holiday or What's Today Holiday on Google, you'll get a website that's like, today is the anniversary of the Avengers. And I don't know, it might not relate to your industry, but there's always something. Grandparents' Day just happened. I probably should have been more prepared to have examples of what today is. I don't know what the 14th is, but I'm sure it's something. I think National Chocolate Chip Day is tomorrow. So you can post a picture with a cookie. Like, I think people, I'm going to rant again. I've trained one-on-one social media for so long. And the number one thing that trips people up is they try too hard. Don't try too hard. Have fun. Go get a chocolate chip cookie and post a selfie. Use your grandchildren for clout, or your kids, depending on how old you are. Use your dog for clout. Find a dog-friendly cookie and post it on National Cookie Day. Today at afternoon, it's buy one, get one free pumpkin spice lattes at Starbucks today. So that's something you can talk about, right?
Cool.
Questions? Is there another slide, or I think it's questions now, right?
No. There's another slide just real quick. And by the way, incredible job. This is just for me real quick to tell everyone, remind them. Great job, Chris. But now, guys, before we go into the Q&A, just want to give you all a quick opportunity to go ahead and opt into our upcoming promotion. So let me get that poll going. So if you guys want to opt in for the upcoming September promotion, go in there, hit yes, right? Because like I said in the beginning, don't feel like you're in this all alone. You have a whole team behind you backing up, the RepeatMD team. If you'd like to tap us in to help you with promotions to drive those sales in your app, please opt in using the poll. Just select yes, pretty straightforward. And select no if you're like Chris and you're just obsessed with driving market on your own and, you like doing things yourself. That's totally cool too. Hats off to you. But we'll give you a few seconds to get those answers in. And Chris, speaking of the calendar, I'm pretty sure that National Tequila Day is every month. Oh, I don't know if that's just
every day.
Yeah, every day. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, cool. Awesome, y'all. A couple more seconds for the poll, guys, before we wrap up with Q&A. Okay. Oh, still got some more.
Also, guys, I did this is actually my first mini breakout session. So I'd love to cater the future of these to whatever is helpful to you. So Cassie will post her email maybe, or Jeremy will post his, I don't know. However you guys want to send feedback. I think Cassie actually said she made a feedback form. If there are ways that you want these to be catered with more specifics or less specifics, or, if we, oh my gosh, Jeremy, we should do, let's pick another RepeatMD client in the future and do a case study on them. That'd be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm in for that. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for doing that poll. Now on to Q&A. So we have some questions coming in here. So let's see. We want to start with the ones that were kind of asked earlier. So will there be recordings? Yes. So Chris, let me see if I can share this one on here. What app or tool do you use to keep track of your memberships and what people have?
I don't mean to make a LOL, but that's really what RepeatMD is for. So, I use RepeatMD to track the memberships and the admin panel for what people have signed up for. So if you need a little extra help on how to read the admin panel, definitely set up with your RepeatMD rep. They'll work with you to understand what to click where to fully understand how you can see what people are signed up for.
Chris, you're getting blown up, man. You are.
This is my literal day to day. I have so many group chats, and I have to figure out how to mute that. I don't know. It just, even if I close the Messenger app, it just goes. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll help you with that. No worries. Let's see. Let me share another one here. Any chance you can share your packages that you've put together on your app? Yeah,
the easiest way for me, there's two ways you can do this. One, I could spend all of my time typing this out. But the easier way to do it would just be to visit misha.repeatmd.com and you can just click through them all. If Cassie or Jeremy have a better way to do that, let me know. I think it might be a lot for me to verbally tell you. I can tell you what my top sellers are. Microneedling is my #1 seller. I sell more of those than anything in the world. My #2 seller is the beauty bank. So for those of you who don't know what a beauty bank is, it's the ability to buy yourself a credit and then pay it off over time. My most popular one is $750. What I'm finding is that's my millennial lip filler package. So it's not labeled that, but a lot of millennials can't afford lip filler today, but they want lip filler today. So they buy a $750 beauty bank, they pay it off over 6 months, but the day they buy that beauty bank, that credit is good at my office. So that's my second most popular package, is the $750 Beauty Bank.
Very nice. Let's see another one here. In your previous webinar, you referred to your large day of sales in this upcoming event. How do you get your employees on board to help you? You said yours were commission-based. When do they get their commission, selling the packages, or when the patient receives / claims their treatments?
Two-part question. Okay, so how do I get my employees on board to help me? I remind them that if they'd like to pay their electricity bill, they have to get on board with me. So, I mean, it's not as much of a threat as that, but I let them know that, like, hey, I don't necessarily make commission, right? So I'm doing this for you. So if you would like to have patients in your chair, you need to pose with this silly cardboard coffee cup, so that way we can put it on social media. Because if you don't do this, we're not going to book clients on the app. So I kind of very bluntly tell them, like, if you'd like to pay your rent this month, we need to work together. What are you comfortable doing so I can help you? My employees are commission-based, and they get their commission at the treatment when the patient receives and claims that treatment. So we just hold the money in our account, and then so RepeatMD pays us, I think, weekly or maybe bi-monthly. That just lives in our account, and then once the patient comes in and it gets put through our EMR software, we use Simplast, and the invoice is created. The invoice is what triggers the provider to get paid. Sorry. So they get paid once the treatment happens. Going back to touch on your first question, though, remind your employees how lucky they are to, I mean, again, never threats, but how lucky they are to have a job, right? So, like, if you struggle for them to do stuff with you, just remind them there, and I can speak from experience, there are hundreds of estheticians and injectors who are begging me for jobs every week. And I'm sure a lot of the owners out there feel the same way. So again, without threatening them, just say, I need your help to make this successful. And if you're not comfortable doing that, we need to talk about other employment.
There you go. Yeah, maybe don't lead with, it'd be a real shame if you didn't sell anything today, right? No,
Yeah.
that's probably okay, cool. Right on. And then let's see, Brittany here. Do you discount packages in app and then add discounts like the RepeatMD fall promotions on top of that?
I'm transitioning from this to not this. So currently, the way I have it structured, and ask me in 2 more webinars, I'll tell you if it changed. I have 5% off in the app always, and then an additional 5% off if you're a member. So basically, members save 10%. The way it's triggered, though, is since it's already 5% off, the membership triggers an additional 5% off. So that's the answer to your question. The only reason I do that way is I kind of relate it to a Costco or a BJ's or a Sam's Club. You are always kind of rewarded if you buy in bulk, right? So I couldn't sell 3 microneedlings for the same price as 3 microneedlings. I had to sell 3 for 5% less to entice people to buy it. But then what's the point of having a membership if you're not going to save more? So ultimately, the max I'm giving out is 10% off, 5% if you're not a member, 10% if you are a member.
Cool. And I think I skipped this one just earlier. Sorry, Melissa. So, Chris, what has your experience been with these promotions that RepeatMD has? I'm assuming she means like our monthly promotion offers.
TBH, which stands for To Be Honest, for those of you over the age of 50. I've never used them because marketing is what I do. So I can't speak for them, but I did get a preview of the ones that are coming up for fall. And I think that you would be silly to not use them. Where it gets sticky is you have to decide, where does the hit come from if you are a commission-based office, diving deeper into that. So if RepeatMD is offering 10% off everything in your RepeatMD store, that's an amazing promotion. You're hoping that people buy packages. Now you're making 10% less, which is great or fine, because I have this quote that I say to all of my coworkers. You can make no money or you can make some money. Which would you prefer? So some money is always better than no money. So if you have to sell 4 discounted microneedling packages because RepeatMD sent out that text message, just decide if you're going to take that hit as an owner, or if you're also going to spread the hit out on your employees' commission as well. But what has my experience been? I don't want to lie to you all and say I use it all the time. I kind of make my own, but you'd be silly to not use them. I want to give RepeatMD, Cassie / Jeremy, some feedback that I think is important. If you guys could plan your promos at least a month in advance, then other people could make their social media calendars. Hey, RepeatMD is going to send this text message out on the 22nd. a fall back in love with your face promo or a go back to school promo, then at least you guys can all make your marketing match.
That sounds fair enough. Definitely we'll relay that. Perfect. And a couple others. Let's see, we have Melissa asking, Chris, would love you to attend Cartessa's Inner Circle with RepeatMD in October. We'll have your PD send you some info.
Is it anywhere good?
Oh,
where is it at?
Where is it? Yeah, because I don't even know. We'll wait for that to come and see. Hilton Head.
But Melissa, listen, I'm in. I love a good trip.
Perfect. Awesome. Now going back, a couple others. Let's see. Christine just opened our med spa last month. Sometimes it can seem overwhelming for new patients to the practice to sign up for multiple accounts up front. Allie, Aspire.
Oh, I have this one. I
Yeah.
have this one. Okay. I don't want to do this while we're on the call. Cassie and Jeremy will help me get it to you. We have a template. Somebody remind me to get it to you all somehow. So we have a welcome to our practice text message that we send people. And I love this journey. It says, hey, we're super excited. We'd love to help you save some money at your first visit, but to make our jobs easier and your life easier, here are the 3 things you're going to want to sign up for. Done. Then you put it on them. If they don't want to, and they get there and they're griping, you can say, listen, girl, I tried to get you to sign up. But our template is very forward with them. Like the work that you're putting in now on your couch after you've scheduled your appointment, I'm saying from a client's perspective, is only to save you money, right? That being said, this does become daunting at check-in regularly. Like sometimes we get a little backed up, but we handle it with a smile and we will say verbiage like, I know that it's been an extra minute or 2, but we're helping this client save a couple dollars. We promise to help you do the same when it's your turn, right? And you can always give people the out. Hey, we know it's going to take an extra minute. We're helping this client save some money. If you'd like to waive your savings this visit and you just want to check out, I'm more than happy to let you cut the line. You'll be shocked at how many people will wait an extra minute when there's an extra $1 to be saved. So helpful tips. We send a text message out as soon as the patient books with 3 links. We let them know it's going to be a minute to get you signed up for all this, but it's only to benefit you. And then we help once they check in, any memberships or rewards I need to know about. Oh no, you guys have memberships? Yeah. Did you already sign up for RepeatMD/Misha Plus? No, I haven't. Let's get you signed up.
Fantastic. Rebecca, is it okay just to tell your employees the more you sell and the more money you'll make? They were asking how much more commission do they make. Well, I want to do their same commission rates and nothing more.
Yeah. So when I first trained people on Misha Plus in my office, I gave them a Excel spreadsheet and it was like, here's your current commission and here's the $9 less you make when you sell a package, but you make that $9 less times 3, right? So like in very layman's terms, you make $100 on 1 microneedling. You make $96 per microneedling if you sell a package of 3, but you make that 96 times 3 because you sold a package of 3, right? So get in the habit of explaining you make $100 on 1, or you make 96 times 3 when you sell a package of 3. I hope that answers your question. Did it make sense, Jeremy?
Yeah, to me it did. Yeah, I'm not good at math, but that makes sense.
It's like, that's how I kind of go.
No, it's perfect. What landing page do you use on your text marketing website, landing page with info, or mention in an email?
Hashtag I cheat. And I hope you all cheat too. So I use Campaign Monitor for my emails, but MailChimp is very similar, or any of those platforms. I think MailChimp's the most common one. Once you build an email that you're going to send out, I promise you that MailChimp has a share this email via link. I just turn my email into a landing page. So I take all of the time to build a good email that I'm going to send out. And then I take that link and I use it as my landing page. So that way then my website's not cluttered with outdated information either, because once the email has been sent and that link has been sent via text message, it can all die. I don't care, right? So my biggest secret is my landing pages are just my emails. I build the email to be sent out, copy the link, and use that as my landing page.
I think that's all the questions we have, guys. So
Good, because you only have me till 12:45.
That's true.
That's
I
what
do
my
have
contract says.
I'm going to do the rest of the talking then, because we can't afford any more words out of Chris.
Oh.
So
Wait, my final words. Please follow me on Instagram, guys. It's not just because I have a big ego, but it's because I want you to literally steal whatever I do. Like, imitation is the biggest form of flattery. If you see a promotion I'm running, or if you see something I'm doing, take it. There's so many clients out there. I promise you. Take it. Take it.
very nice.
Okay, I'm done now.
Now, the last thing is, for all of you that might not have V2 yet, I want to give you all a little sneak peek. Here it is, folks, RepeatMD V2. This thing is incredible. Our Chief Product Officer, Lottie, whose background ranges from working with the biggest and best brands like Target, Nordstrom's, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, to
You're not
build
sharing
solutions.
your screen.
Oh, I'm not? Thank
No.
you. See, I work for a tech company, but I'm not great with tech. So here it is, guys. So like I was saying, Lottie, the absolute best of the best when it comes to e-commerce solutions. So she's been working on this, night and day, right? Chris, I know we're a little over. Can you tell us just a couple words of your experience on this?
Guys, I know I was just like you, like 4 weeks ago, like chomping down Phil's ties, saying like, bro, the fuck, you need to give it to me. It's worth it. It's worth the wait. But I will also tell you, please wait. There are a couple hiccups that I'm working through for you, so you don't have to deal with them. And that's the reason that the update is taking an extra day or two. So it's for your benefit. Trust me when I tell you that it's worth the wait, though. It's going to change the way you do things. And I promise you, if RepeatMD lets me, the minute that it goes live for everyone, I will do 3 straight days of webinars to help you with all the good juice. Because I promise you there's some good juice.
You heard him, folks. There you go. So like he said, thank you for waiting. Thank you for being patient. We do appreciate it. And it's only going to be better. As we roll this out for you guys, be on the lookout for the emails from your client success manager as we begin that process of migrating you from the current version you're on, V1, onto this brand new incredible version. V1 has been great. It still is great, right? People are making tons of sales through it. But as we continue, we want to make sure that you guys go through this seamless transition process, because V2, it's not just like an update of like pretty visuals and stuff like that. It's actually a bunch of incredible new features that we're going to need a lot of your input on. So we try to be perfectionists here. We want to make sure that you guys are, we're always adding value for you. So when we launch it, it's fully ready. So we'll be rolling this out to you guys before the holidays. So keep your eyes peeled for those email updates coming through. We're very
I did that entire Barbie promo on V1. So you don't need V2 to be successful. Please don't wait for V2 to start. Start now. So when V2 comes out, it's just going to foster that and emphasize what you're already doing. I did what I did with that $130,000 in sales on V1. It's doable.
Exactly right. Now that's it for today, guys. But last thing, I guess, is I'm going to launch a survey for you guys real quick that we talked about earlier. So survey should be going live for you guys. Let's see. Cassie, is that going to be popping up on here, or am I just sending it out to them? Let me a little chat here. Survey. Got it.
Oh, I see the survey.
Oh, is it at the top?
It's next to Q&A.
Okay. It says I launched it. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me preview it. Maybe I need to stop sharing. This is, like I said, new stuff for us here, guys. Send it. Okay, sent it. There we go. Cassie, sorry, I'm self-conscious about this now. Can't see it.
I can see preview, but I can't see any responses.
Same. Well, if this doesn't work, we can still email it to you as well. Do it old-fashioned.
And if you guys need anything, you notify me on Instagram. I thought in 2 weeks' time, I do this again. It'll be the same presentation this time, but because it's live, you might always get you'll hear about how my Misha memberships day went. You'll hear about that. Plus, because it's live, I always spit some new facts. Who knows what you're gonna get?
Always something new, right?
Until I get fired.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all again in 2 weeks. Again, make sure you take your 1 or 2 key points, you implement them, you perfect them, Don't think you have to accomplish everything all at once, guys. We're so excited to see you next time. Y'all take care.